What is going on, YouTube? It is Corey Breeze, and today I have some losses, me getting bodied 7 times. First match is against Hotaru, and this is a series of videos for my road to EVO 2025. I'm competing in Fatal Fury and Street Fighter 6, but basically I'm going over my losses, and I recently have in some ranked runs, and this match specifically against Hotaru, I need to make sure that I'm utilizing Vox's Fireball. It's a mechanic that I don't use often. I get spoiled with being able to have a dive kick, having a command grab, and just want to go in and abuse plus frames. But sometimes you need to be able to just punish and bait your opponent. And I'm already in a corner, and that's never a good sign in any fighting game, whether it's Fatal Fury or Street Fighter. But as you can see right now, I wasn't taking advantage of those plus frames against Hotaru right there. I got punished, allowed Hotaru to out-jab me when I should have had the advantage and kept it. Round's already over, 34 seconds. So notes to be had and to utilize: abuse plus frames. Make sure I'm just pressing my advantage. And as you can see, I'm still trying to go in. Once again, I use the command grab, and that'll be mashing normals sometimes. Luckily, the Hotaru player wasn't playing anything. At this point, I have him or her, whoever this person I'm playing, I have them in the corner. But now I've allowed them to get out of the corner. So bad on my part, and rightfully so. Hotaru is just dumping all the meter on me, and I am getting blown up, as the kids say. Did the rev blow, the hitting gear, I should say, and cool little cinematic, but now I have to just sit here and just watch me get destroyed. So at this point, I'm not necessarily panicking, but I am thinking, okay, how can I get back in? And that was a not in tune DP, execution error on my part. One of the things I have to realize, especially when it comes to Fatal Fury, is making sure your inputs are clean. Match is already over. Now we're on to Billy. And with this match, Billy is going to definitely keep me at a certain range that this player wanted me to stay at. And kudos to them, they did a great job of just utilizing Billy's long normals and keeping me at a specific range. Case in point, I go back in, get knocked out, third time, but that time I try to use the armor move to get in. At this point, I'm getting kept out. So at this point, it's easy for me to say this back looking at it now, but I should have been utilizing Vox's Fireball move to kind of bait Billy into coming into me and blowing up some of his normals. But at this point, I'm just being hard-headed, and 45 seconds in, and the majority of my life has been depleted. It's been depleted. It's gone. So now I'm in the corner with a mistimed dive kick, a horrible DP, another execution error. Make sure if you're playing on stick, you let your stick go back to neutral. SNK has a tendency to prioritize DPs. So if you're not letting your stick go back to neutral, if you try to get a fireball motion, you will get a DP. It's happened to me several times, and you're gonna see that's not the only execution error that I had that actually allowed the enemy, which is the Billy player, to punish me, and rightfully so. I mean, you wanna make sure your moves are in the best circumstance for the player, that being me, Vox. But as you can see, being a little too jumpsy, I've yet to use this fireball move, and I actually used it at the beginning, and bad knock on me, not paying attention to my opponent's meter, and really I could have baited that super, but hey, match was over with, and that's that. So lesson learned, utilize the fireball. Next match that we have here, Gato. Now, Gato is an interesting character. He does what Vox wants to do, which is be in your face. However, Vox has a tool that Gato does not have, which is an anti-fireball tool. And from the start, once again, try to use my dive kick to get in on the Gato player. This time, baited the DP, got it out, and did a good punish. And so I got him to the corner. He rolls out of the corner, but hey, then he puts himself back into the corner. But at this point, I have a significant life advantage. And now I'm taking note, okay, like this player likes to mash DP on when it's their turn. So I did remember that this player really loved to mash DP. And you'll see throughout the match, especially against this Gato, not Vato, not the cowboy, against this Gato player, I took that into memory and realized like, okay, anytime I'm on defense anytime I'm on offense and he's on defense, he's gonna match DP, so I'm just gonna wait. So at this point, I had a good life lead, but a missed anti-air allowed me to just be put into the corner. So this match should have been over a long time ago. I had the life lead and I allowed this Gato player to just come back. I still was doing a decent job of getting out of the corner, but I should have baited that move and just been more patient. But hey, it is what it is. We move on to the next round. Now at this point, as I stated, I did remember, hey, this Gato player loves to match DP. So I'm just gonna bait this. And I did utilize the fireball move right there at the beginning. And also I'm doing too much of the grab at this point. I should take note that, hey, and I could have got a better punish off of that missed DP. But once again, not paying attention to my opponent's meter, I get blown up, rightfully so, because this player was already telling me that they like to just mash and get out of DP, utilize the DP or super to get out of any situation. And so these were two situations I could have baited a DP and that super, and it didn't happen in my favor. And even on that hit confirm, I backed out, I didn't continue the pressure, lost. So it is what it is. Second match, you going against Hokutomaru, everyone's favorite little ninja. At this point, I'm just playing. I've been losing 4 in a row at this point, and my mind is starting to go, okay, what is happening? What do I need to do? But this Hokutomaru player backed himself into the corner. And so sometimes, especially when you're playing footsies, I like to always just push my advantage, go forward, and really just put that psychological advantage on the opponent. But I got blown up for my troubles. But even at this point, with his mix-ups in the air, it's very hard to realize what side that Hokutomaru is going to land on. I mean, that's the point. That's in his toolkit. It's meant to confuse you and make him a very easy mix-up character. But once again, not baited another DP, didn't do a good enough punish at that point. Now, I'm in burnout at this point, or I'm in rev. I don't have any meter at this point, so this is not a good sign for me. And so even though my life is being drained consistently, it's over with now. So on to the next round. Excuse me, at this point, now I just need to realize, okay, what adjustments can I make to make sure I'm still in this match? And I'm still utilizing the fireball. I could have been using it much more, but got the dive kick. Once again, not paying attention to my opponent's resources, got blown up with a wake up super. I still go for the command grab, keeping Hokutomaru in the corner, but I back off a little bit, and I should have been utilizing the fireball a lot more. At this point, I was able to get out of his pressure for a little bit. He's backing up, and one of Vox's weaknesses is a lot of his moves can be blown up on startup, hence that's why that counter or wild punish appeared, because you can't hit him up on the startup of his both fireball motions, the plus frame move and the shoulder tackle. Both of those can be blown up during startup. So characters whose forward moving moves start up faster, they will blow that up. And I mean, my advantage at this point is very bad. I got Hokutomaru back in the corner, but right here, I'm gonna wake up super. I could have baited that and just played a lot more patient, but hey, it is what it is. I was playing too impatient and I lost. This is the second match against Hotaru. This is not against the same player from earlier, but people really love to play this character. I mean, she has everything you can want outside of having a teleport. She pretty much gets to throw the kitchen sink at you. So in this particular matchup, the way the Hotaru player was playing, I once again tried to press my advantage to get in. They're backing themselves into the corner. I got over them. I was able to connect with a DP, a combo. Tried to utilize the safe jump setup. They didn't bite, and rightfully so. They blew up my jump in with a invulnerable break DP on their end. So, I mean, I do have the life lead, but instead of utilizing the ground game, I'm jumping in way too much. And as rightfully so, this Hotaru is punishing me for my mistake. So now I'm in the corner. The momentum has switched in this player's favor, and I'm backing up a little bit, still trying to jump in, not paying attention to what was established and shown to me earlier, that basically sometimes you can walk to get there as opposed to running. A la jumping as opposed to just walking or dashing, or breaking Vox's plus frame shoulder tackle move, because that can be broke, or you can break it, the startup frames of it, to get in without having the attack get in. So at this point, once again, I really love utilizing Vox's command grab. It's very fun. I think it keeps people on their toes and keeps them honest. So in terms of Super 1, I like to utilize this super, the kick super over the punch super. Level 1 is because the kick super, it does more damage. And, you know, you always want to do as much damage as possible. And at that point, for my skill level and the combos that I do, it's the most meter efficient. So there are Vox players that are able to do higher damage combos because Vox does hit like a truck. However, I've not been able to incorporate that into my toolkit. But, you know, I'm playing and it's getting there. So second round at this point, it's tied up. And right there, I didn't capitalize off that bounce because you still can combo. But me not having an eye for that situation, I had to drop the opportunity. And due to that missed opportunity, now I'm in the corner. I was able to get out a shoulder tackle that went in my favor. However, I didn't take advantage of it. So once again, another wild punish scenario and me going from his command grab, I'm being over-reliant to it. Sometimes I can get overzealous with it and instead just going for lows to catch people in their jump frames. And that would have been a better option because I had already established to this player that I was utilizing the command grab. I caught them earlier. So they were cognizant of it. They took that and they were just holding up. So that's my bad. No pun intended, but the next match is against my very underrated character, in my opinion, in this game, but that's just me. Normals and pressure, her fans are really good. She's actually a character that I'm interested in utilizing just to pick up, just to have a secondary in this game. Right here, wild punish for my wild dive kick, and to the corner we go. And I'm able to get out. Once again, I'm not utilizing Vox's anti-fireball tool. It is a tool that's in his kit that can be break to also bait people into jumping at him. And it's something I need to start utilizing way, way more because as I stated, I get overzealous with his rush down toolkit. However, he does have normals that can allow him to keep opponents at a certain range. And as I'm talking, my health bar is getting deleted. So those things happen, but that probably could have been prevented if I would have played just played smarter. At this point, I realized, okay, let me get back in. And a hard head will make a soft ass sometimes, but I just like going in. It is what it is. But also being able to be cognizant of my opponent's options. At this point, I mean, I have a good combo going, cash out, get the life lead, get up close, bait the DP, match over. Because I'm thinking, okay, he's probably gonna match DP. It's the thing to do. So at this point, the round is tied up for the match so far, 2-2, and even right here, I was getting in on this player. I had a significant life lead, as you can see. I'm taking what they're giving me. I could have did a wild punish on that missed whip throw, but I didn't take advantage of it, and here we are. So once again, got a good combo going. Now, this is a match I should have won. I'm saying this right now, this is a match I definitely should have won. However, right here, I just backed off. I was being too passive, and sometimes when you're too passive, you can lose. And I was holding rev guard, and when the player jumped over me, it caused me to dash and dash back. And at this point, I didn't know what was going on. I'm still a little bit lost. I have to look up and see if that's like that EX move, if that's plus. But they caught me trying to match off her double knee kick, which is definitely plus when you break it. And that's a match that I lost, and it is what it is. And off to our Fatal Fury poster board, Terry. This player is really good. They definitely caught me trying to jump in, and you'll see my habit of overutilizing dive kick, trying to get in, pop, just blowing up immediately, rightfully so. So it was another situation where I had to realize, like, okay, they're ready for my shenanigans and I need to adjust. But even with this player right there, I could have got a lot more damage off that punish, but I didn't do that, and these things happen. So at this point, still overutilizing dive kick, making my rev gauge go up, getting closer to burnout. At this point, I mean, this Terry is, I mean, they're playing solid. And even right here, that was a decent wild punish combo. I could have got more. They caught me mashing, or not blocking, I should say. Another whiff DP, got caught, wasn't able to anti-air, and the rest is history for this particular round. So, especially against Terry, one of the things that I've learned as I'm watching these videos is making sure I'm just incorporating. See, I faked the fireball there. That's something I need to start doing a lot more, faking the fireball and utilizing the fireball, because outside of that, if I don't use that, you know, it's the developers give you moves for a reason, specifically for that character's toolkit, and it's there. So if I'm not utilizing it, that's a part of his game plan that I'm not exploiting, which is getting players to come towards Vox sometimes. So it's not an anti-zoning tool, but I mean, it's not a zoning tool, but it definitely can be used as an anti-zoning tool or to zone against characters who don't even have that type of option. So outside of rushing towards you, Vox doesn't have the greatest range. He really has to put his life on the line to get towards you. I mean, that's part of the character. When you rush down, you take those risks, and utilizing a whiff normal, I should have baited that super, but easier to say that after the case. But I really appreciate you guys taking the time to just watch my videos. Thank you so much. I'll be posting more videos from our Road to EVO 2025 series, all losses, and just really growing and learning how I can improve as a player. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and you all enjoy your day. Breeze out.